Hi, welcome to Jade Kind Gaming. My name is Adam, here with the 23rd session of the Planetary Fragments Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition campaign. We have Austin as Yarock, we have Ryan as Rin, we have Bob as Yen, we have Nick as Tana. Last time, y'all finally finished exploring the Wizard's Tower. Deciphered a cipher. Yeah, went through the last of the rooms. Awakened a shrub. And gave it a jar of liquid light. Finished speaking to wizard corpses. You ended by taking the shrub and returning to the surface, floating up through the flooded tower into Moonmine.
Basically, you probably could have skipped all of that stuff we did in the tower, just gone to this episode for the explanation, because that was probably boring for a lot of people.
Yeah. It was fun. It was world building.
I had fun with it, but again, I was involved. It's kind of like golf.
I've got a bowl holding full of rings.
Lots of people enjoy watching golf.
Yeah. A lot of people are dumb.
I watched golf recently. The crowd.
If you enjoyed it, you're not dumb. We appreciate your decisions. Thank you for watching.
Once again,
comment, subscribe.
The views of Bob are not held by. They're not necessarily the views of Jade Kind Gaming.
The other day I was watching golf and the crowds were like cheering and making noise and stuff, and I'm like, I just wasn't used to that.
They were really getting into it.
Yeah, it was super weird. I'm like, why aren't they all just being quiet? That's how you're supposed to watch golf. Apparently things change. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there's a literal name for the type of clap you're supposed to do.
Yeah, apparently I'm old-fashioned now. New golf, they loud and rowdy.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
They're attracting the NASCAR crowd to golf.
Those kids with their full volume clapping and their cheers.
Yeah, what is this?
Crushing beer cans on their head on the course.
Wow, we derailed this session real quick.
It didn't last very long.
Yeah.
It didn't last long
Okay.
at all.
So you get up and there's an adamantine tower off to your right.
We should steal it.
Probably.
Yeah, you ready
It's
to
fortified. It's all wooded up in the doors and the windows.
collect your stuff?
Go knock on it. And wonder how the hell he applied wood to adamantium, because you couldn't nail anything. Plus, he had no tools when he ran.
Comes from inside.
Keeper, it's us. We're out of the hole.
Who is us?
You have the password for the door, Nick.
Well, he put wood against it. I just sort of rushed the wood away.
The wood is fastened outside of it. You'd have to start peeling boards off.
How is it fastened to the adamantine?
It's not fastened to the adamantine. It's fastened to the other wood.
What other wood?
The wood that's on the other side of it. It's literally sandwiched around it.
Interesting. It's Ren.
Yeah, so you break apart the bits of wood that are basically, they're lashed
Wedged in
there.
the doorway?
Yeah. Basically, it's lashings and it's wood on both sides of the doorway, so that the front and the back is holding it in place. But you cut right through that.
Yep. We're ready to leave.
He's not in this room now.
We go upstairs.
You went upstairs, yeah, you did.
It's like, do you want us to walk you back to the monastery?
Well, probably not. That area's been completely blown asunder. The ghost will get in. So, you want to come with us and we can drop you off in a town?
Sure.
Alright.
What's that?
A place with a city with people.
No, the shaking push.
It's absinthe fruit.
It's your fruit friend.
Would you like some? Did it do common, or did you just give it... You give it Orcish?
Yeah, Orcish.
So he says that to those who speak Orcish. This guy does not seem to understand.
He's wondering if you want some fruit. Just to be
By
fair,
the way, is Keeper
it
just
will also
an
drug
elf?
you.
Oh, I think he's a half elf, but
Oh, okay.
Half elf, half orc.
Yeah, like all half elves and half orcs.
He doesn't speak orcish though.
We only saw
no.
one.
I'm
dwarf.
sorry, but just having some genetic history with a
Well,
doesn't-
half is not some.
yeah, it is.
And either way, it's not a racial memory if you're
The reason
raised
also
by
that,
elves.
half elves and half orcs are also their own societies as well. And sometimes they mix, but also half does not mean 50% in the situation of the race. It doesn't. If a half elf and an elf have a child, that child is a half elf.
That's dumb.
That's what it is.
It's a 3/4 elf, and everyone knows it.
Yeah, but they don't get that until they send away for their 23andMe results. Then they don't know exactly where it is. Am I supposed to?
It's poisonous. Well, it's a drug. It'll put you through a trip. You'll get high. And I don't feel like carrying you, so please don't.
Just nods at the bush. Okay, well,
Speaking of which, I go out and I poop outside. For the seeds.
Okay. I was just going. I was like, why do you bother to bring that? Okay, yeah, I guess you did make a promise.
You know that really wouldn't work with us. Our objectives are too good. It works with like cows and stuff because they don't really process what
I'm
they eat.
aware of that. The bush doesn't know, and I did tell him I would.
Oh, there you go.
anyways.
I
So
don't
Bush
actually-
is pleased. The DM is not.
I'm aware that it won't work. That's not why I'm doing it.
So
If I wanted to plant it, I would take the whole fruit and put it in the ground.
I asked Keeper again if he wants to go back to the mansion or to a city. He seemed distracted by a bush.
Anything? Well, he said yes first, but is there anything left of the mansion, or a reason to know that
Building
the
material.
attacker won't return?
No, I mean both the prisoners are dead, but the mansion still is there.
You mean asylum?
Asylum.
Asylum, mansion, it's whatever. He slept in a cell.
But yeah, that thing's too wrecked that the ghost will get in. He's not gonna be able to seal it back up so easy.
Right.
Now, do you want wine drops or Many Maws? Or just the next available town?
I suppose whatever we come to.
Okay, well, everyone out of the building.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You need to take... There's just a clattering of wood.
Yeah.
And just push all this out and shrink down the tower and get ready to go.
Yeah. He had similar things fastening in front of all the windows and arrow slits.
Do we know how he made all this without tools?
I mean, it's broken and it's
Yeah, but...
bashed. He does have a knife.
Yeah, but knives are really hard to plane wood with.
He's got
And cut
skills.
down
It's branches. It's not like wooden planks that he has. They're branches. There's still like bark and stuff on them.
He made a monkey bed on the front door.
Yeah, it was not attached to anything. It was just a pile of wood lashed together.
Yeah, it lashed together and sandwiching the door frame so that it wouldn't move either direction.
So he just sort of bent the sticks and let them.
Well, he just had like long ones, like a crossbeam, like a cross space that he had one of those on each side, and they're all tied together amongst the other wood.
Yeah.
So he just stood inside, tied it up, and
then
Why didn't you just close the door?
because I don't think it has a physical door.
Yes, it
does.
does.
Because he didn't notice.
It now has a door.
He's crazy. He
It's
didn't
an
notice the door.
adamantine
Yeah.
password protected door.
I think it's like password protected if you put your alarm.
Yeah, it locks people out. The only people I let come in. You have to fight
I don't
the
know your magic
adamantium.
items.
Yes, and I would tell you if someone's trying to get in through the front door, it's like, no, they cannot pick this lock. It doesn't let them in. It's magical. Nor is it even a magical lock. It just doesn't open. So we get ready to go.
Go ahead and hitch up our rides.
It's like, and turn towards Ryan for progress.
Let's be fair. Turn towards Ryan for slowdown or progress. It's going to be one or the other.
Depends if I have to describe.
He's not currently doing anything, so when he's not doing anything, it progresses it.
Yep. So hitch up our stuff and let's go.
Survival check. You're out in the middle of the swamp.
Yeah.
Oh, is that me?
Yeah.
Nope, I'm stealth.
Pretty sure you still have the highest wisdom out of any of us, unless it's you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I have survival at 9 and double train.
Oh, okay.
Like, yeah, I was pretty sure that wasn't me.
25.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You make your way out and back to the path and along on the way to Many Maws. Okay. Which is a journey you've made before. So once you're back to the path, it's pretty simple to carry on.
Fly up high enough to avoid any froghemoth attacks.
You don't presently have enough ability to fly everyone.
We do. Bob has a
I have a
magic
broom.
Okay.
So 2 and 2.
2 and I fly my broom.
Okay, so you are now. So once you get to the path, you leave the bush and the keeper.
The bush. No, the bush can go on Ryan's thing because Ryan can carry two. The bush and the keeper can go on Ryan's thing. It's a bush. They're not big.
It's a small-sized creature.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's as big as Ryan.
Oh, I can carry it then.
Or, I'm sorry, that's your last character.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm still picturing you very short.
I can carry it on the broom then.
Okay.
God knows it's not heavy.
Yeah, it's not heavy.
Okay.
And I'm not super fat this time like I have been in
It's
the
like there's
past.
6 people here and we've got 3 cars.
Each can fit 2 people. Now, the question is,
Theoretically.
were you planning just to have the bush continue along with us, or just leave him in the swamp, or?
I was going to drop them off at the Delta place, the Orc place.
The Many Maws, gotcha.
No,
Yeah.
wine drops.
It was Many Maws, right?
Many Maws
Yeah.
would be the art place.
Oh, Many Maws is the orc. Okay.
Yeah.
Just want to get orcs hammered on far out
Hey,
berries?
this is a test of metal. Can you withstand? I'm going to send you boys on a spiritual journey.
Then yeah, we can stop there first.
Yeah, I could see you affecting the culture in such a way.
Spiritual journey of discovery.
You want your spirit animal, your totem? Go find it.
I mean,
Oh man, that's like the kind of thing they would probably do.
yeah,
Their culture's already primed for this kind of thing.
yeah, I saw fairies and fire and stuff. That seems like pretty tailored for me. I figure it's got to be good for others.
God, what do
As long as
the
there's no ledges.
Native Americans have that's in a bowl that's not opium, but
Peyote?
peyote, yeah. Here, have some hallucinogens and go wander the woods.
Alright.
I know a guy who actually did that as part of, he's Native American, and he's like, yeah, I just came to 2 days later. I didn't really know what happened.
I was on a journey.
Hell of a drug.
Yikes. Okay, so you get to the way station. I think this is one that is still intact.
Yeah, no, this is different. Is this one that's got like the dudes on the outside protecting it?
No, that was the Many Maws ones. They don't actually have the way stations. They just have guys with guns in front of it.
Yeah.
Because the one between here and Jasper Forest was where we fought the nobles.
Yeah, that was the last one.
So yeah, this one you go through. So I guess everyone but those two are checked. What do you have that?
Attack-wise, nothing. nothing that goes up to very rare besides the wand, which I'm already have papers for.
You have a staff?
Ryan does.
I have a bag of holding full of rings. Mundane, non-magical rings.
Me and Ryan are holding all the illegal shit. In case you didn't know.
I don't know who has the enchanted rings. I assume
Ryan.
they were not given back to me.
I equipped 2 of them.
Yeah, it's like we also need to get.
They
Austin
take like
fire.
what is essentially a broomstick.
Huh?
They're literally shoving a broomstick into the bag of holding of rings and just kind of waving around.
It's all rings.
Yeah, they're just basically saying, like, does it seem like there's anything... It's like, because the options are either have you empty it.
It's a few thousand rings.
Yeah. Or be like, well, there's nothing that's not as small as a ring. Take it. It's all stuff that just kind of moves around, like rings, or maybe there's coins in the bottom, but
It's
whatever. We don't have a thing where we're looking out for that. Nothing that seems like...
It's oops all rings.
Did you rob a jeweler?
No.
Carry on.
Find the insinuation offensive.
Have to ask.
Just taps aside. Did you rob a jeweler? Have to ask, man. It's not the side.
Did you ask him? That is suspicious. I have 3,000 rings. Get ready to make some chainmail?
Me and Ryan just walk through with just bows and
Beep,
swords.
beep, 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 beep.
Just holding up badges like, nope. Member of the church.
Beep, beep.
Oh, as soon as we got outside, I did send the information off to the church about this historical research site that I found. And the interesting information I have.
And location?
Yes.
Is it accessible, or did you reseal it behind yourselves?
It's resealed.
Okay.
But I explained that to them too, and also how to, and also that the corporates have not, as of yet, received the paperwork on it.
You might want to put in a special mention to not disturb the corpses of the wizards.
Oh, yeah, I do explain all that, including the incredible opportunity to have someone with these specific skills to interview people from back then because of the corpses.
Also, don't open the bottom door and leave it open.
I give them a full accounting.
He is not being secretive, in other words.
No, I let them know, including all of the incredibly important books.
Mm-hmm.
Not the ones that I have, though. Except for the secret journal of how to control the room.
Yeah.
That I don't understand.
By the way, yeah, so you are wet through the wayport, and you step out into your cavernous room. The river behind you. The shadow of death does not appear to be standing here, but you can see the portal across the way.
So this is where we're frolicking, yes?
Well, we'll first go ahead and drop the stuff off at the orc place, and then we can come back. Because going
That's like an extra day, just so you know.
to get to the town, that's fine.
Okay.
We can leave and come back.
So you carry on through.
And once you're mentioning this in travel, what is your plan? Why do you want to hang out in the afterlife?
Well, specifically at this particular intersection, we can get into the Underworld.
You are in the Underworld. You are literally passing through the Underworld.
Right.
Okay, why?
Because it's the deck of Hades. We need to go talk to him.
Again, why don't we just visit a priest versus trying to walk to the god?
Who's going to know about it?
Well, probably a priest.
Yeah.
You have to remember, none of us are good at religion.
Yeah, again,
I'm not that kind of cleric or monk. And you're not that kind of paladin.
just using intelligence, gods probably don't like random mortals walking up to ask them. They have priests to call them.
Nah, Hades is a pretty cool dude.
Theoretically.
He's got a dog named Spot. How bad can it be?
Well, or he's a blue-flamed insane man with imps.
We're not including Disney. For the obvious reason of they got sued by the country of Greece for the representation. The whole country went,
Which is
this
really
is bad.
silly. When you look at how they represented every other culture, they did the same thing.
Yeah, I know. But they did it to Greece.
And Greece is like, that's a big thing we actually still, have fun with.
Yeah, Greece is like, that's you're fucking with our tourism money.
If anything, they're making kids want to go there. Thank you, Disney. I'm sure Greece appreciates it.
Yes, thank our corporate overlords.
All hail!
I'm mucking about with Star Wars. It's very rude.
Disney, best company. Disney, best company.
Okay, so you leave and continue on to the Maws.
Yes.
Okay. Someone make a luck check.
Not it.
I believe Ryan is it.
14? Yep.
14. Yeah, you, and... How are you traveling?
By flying mount.
Yeah, never mind.
By horse.
By broom.
Spot yourself another giant frog.
Sucks to suck, nerd.
Is it on the path?
It is.
Do we want to fight it?
Well,
it's on
just,
the path, yeah.
if it's on the path, we'll just sit up here and
Okay, so
murder it.
first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take my hand, put it in my grenade pouch, pull out the fruit, and throw it in its mouth.
Do you get them to stop while you're trying to experiment this?
Yeah, I'm like, hold on, wait, I've got an idea, and I hold up the fruit. Bushy's like giving me five high fives. Totally for it.
See if it works. Maybe this fruit guy's got something to him.
Because we can all easily fly outside of its range.
Yeah, no, it's kind of the... what's that? This one?
Is it grenade shaped enough to count as a grenade?
Why do you ask that?
Because if it's a grenade, that's a monk weapon.
He's
I guess
proficient in
based on the
throwing
way that,
baseballs.
proficiency these with
If
improvised weapons. Yeah.
If you need to, I can summon a potato gun or something similar.
That would make it worse for me.
Yeah, I know. But it'd make it so I could hit it easy.
Oh, we're talking about the thing I'm doing, though.
Yeah.
Like, okay, Bushy, I might need another fruit. Make sure you queue one up for me. It probably has.
It's not that fast of a process.
It uses. It's all of its fruit are gone.
No.
You can just hand.
But you're telling it to make more fruit.
No, I said queue one up, not fucking poop one out. Trying to feed wildlife.
Oh. It is acting normal.
Did I manage to throw it in its mouth?
Whether you did or not, it will just eat whatever's put in front of it. So.
Okay, I'm gonna like throw 3 or 4 more.
Yeah. It seems about 4 is his It was a 1, by the way. As he obviously celebrated. Seems about 4 is its tolerance level. As
I'm just imagining it as eating 4 edibles because the first one wasn't working fast enough.
Yep, that's pretty much what happened here. Isn't nature beautiful?
as it rolls over, exposing its belly to the other side, and starts using its tendrils to push itself up with its legs in the air. And it's now like raising itself up and swaying back and forth in the middle of the path.
Alright, boys, now we can attack it. We are aware it works.
I don't think we'll get anything for killing it at
Yeah,
this point.
we'll kill it and get it off the side of the road. We have literally high-flying, infinite ammo.
So, how do you attack it?
Guns.
No, we don't attack it. It's a predator. It might be important for the ecosystem.
It's in the road where it can hurt people.
Then let's use shotguns.
What?
Okay, so Ryan magics up a shotgun. I just used my hunting rifle.
Okay, so it starts freaking out as the bullets hit it.
Yeah.
Taking those tendrils it has and shoving them right through the hole.
Into
like
itself.
burrowing it deep in and like twitching around.
Into its own wounds or
into its own wounds.
Oh, well.
So
eventually you notice one of them manages to pull out like whatever bullet from
Well, you've made it crazy and way sadder to watch us kill it, but it still dies.
Yes, it does die. In fact, probably quicker, as it is definitely not good for its wounds to be doing that.
I'm just saying, Bushy's fruit now has some really good fertilizer to help them grow.
No.
Push the giant frog monster off the middle of the road.
Okay, so you get down to the ground, and the other...
Finally.
Then we just throw more fruit at it.
Fair.
So does the fruit count as ammo?
No.
Am I not allowed to baseball-style fruit into people's mouths as a way of poisoning?
No, you're not allowed to infinite fruit from one fruit. That's what I'm saying no to.
Yeah, is this ammunition? If we have one.
That's a dangerous keyword in this game. Thanks, Ryan.
So the true question is, how many fruit does Bushy have? Take all of them and start just using plant growth on them and keep track of a number, as Bob just throws them at people's mouth.
No, we just...
my pouches don't have preservation on them.
No.
Well, actually, they might, because they are potato pouches, but I don't think I actually made it part of the item.
You heard what he said. We just have to figure out a way to incorporate the fruit into ammunition, and then we'll have infinite fruit bullets.
I'm sorry, of all of my crafting talents, I did not take alchemist to distill this down into the drug it obviously is, then have, hollow pointed...
Fruit Loop rounds?
Yeah.
Yeah, Fruit Loop rounds.
Because if you eat too many of them, you start turning rainbow and following your nose.
So at around the halfway point through the Many Maws, you do reach, or I guess see, the encampment.
Alright.
We are not the Jetsons.
And there's, again, people there preparing for the evening, cooking up a large communal meal.
Mm-hmm. It's like, well, here we are. It's like,
I introduced Bushy to his new friends.
They're weirded out as can be, because that bush is acting alive.
and talking. Don't forget
First
it's
of all,
talking.
all the bushes are alive. You
And
guys
all-
suck at being druids.
They're not druids.
Well, just me.
Yes, they're bad at it.
But
I
it's
should hope they don't apply that term to them.
It
They'd
does
be
speak
terrible
orc.
at it.
But no, I tell Bush this is a good spot. Not only are there a lot of people here, there are lots of people that come through here, so you see a lot of new people. Lots of sun, good ground. All these people know, like, this is Bushy. He's an intelligent plant. And he has fruits that are excellent for taking a journey of self-discovery.
Anyone sense motive in the crowd? Know that means drugs?
Good for doing what?
A journey of self-discovery. To challenge yourself and face your own demons.
I pull out a fruit and start eating it. I'm like, unless you think you're weaker than I am. Me with my no strength, look like a cleric.
Deception.
Yeah, sure, deception.
This is a perfect use of my day. 10.
So it only works on you once, clearly.
Still German.
Offer him some.
Good assumption.
he's built up an immunity to this poison.
Yes, eat more of it. Nom nom nom.
But yes, otherwise this is Bushy. He's a good plant.
Why has it uprooted itself?
So it
He
can
wanted to travel around and share its fruit.
You put that in a matter-of-fact method answer that makes it seem obvious, but I still feel like the question wasn't truly answered.
One of the secrets of higher druidic magics is the ability to bestow life onto a plant in a more permanent sense.
Are they speaking common or just Orcish?
Orcish.
Oh, okay. I can't just yell magic across the table.
I understand.
So
what's
when
going
I
on.
came across the opportunity to use such magics, I used it on Bushy. And so Bushy's now a person. A bit simple in its way, but
And
a gentle and kind being.
is caretaker staying too?
And,
Yeah. At least for now, until we...
Excellent. That means that when we're flying, I can work on my book, the Dwarven dictionary and language.
Yeah, because I can drive.
Okay, so you're no longer going to be on your broom. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because my broom's a lot slower than
Yeah.
his motorcycle.
Understandably, brooms are, the real world slower than motorcycles.
A little bit.
Maybe it'd be faster if we put those shoes on one end and the other. That's
That's
how
a
magic items work.
That's a different magic item, and they theoretically would. You just put them on the different sides of the wheels.
Yeah.
So you 2 on the back wheel, 2 on the front wheel, go faster.
Yeah, it's a broom, Nick.
Oh, broom. I was talking about Ryan's horse. Or,
No,
Yeah.
you would
No.
need horseshoes for the motorcycle.
yeah.
Duh.
Obviously.
Yeah.
They just spin.
Yeah,
They're lucky horseshoes. You hang them from the mirror.
Mirror?
There's a rearview mirror. There's absolutely rearview mirrors on a motorcycle.
Yeah, on the sides.
Yeah.
Hang them off that.
Yeah. Horseshoes strung together, hanging up.
Then we just take a playing card and attach it to the bike so it sounds like a motorcycle.
You know what really pains me with that comment? What
Deck
deck
of
of cards do
things.
you have? I just need a playing card.
It's silence. This is dumb. That attaches to the motorcycle anyways. It's hilarious.
Oh, but yeah.
Do you stay for the evening's feast? Do you?
I mean, we're here, so...
I'll also talk to the people, see if there are any priests of Hades here, or anyone who worships that set of gods.
The Olympians.
There's
The
people that
Egyptians.
are
Or Hades, yeah.
familiar with them.
Yeah.
You just had to keep talking, didn't you?
As per
I
usual.
just remembered Many Maws is Egyptian. It's like, the Egyptians. No, Hades was not one of those.
To bring up, in case anybody was interested in doing so, since we're here in civilization, you can spend your cryptocurrency if you so wish.
Technically civilization.
You have to get the drops to do it.
Yep.
This
Has
is
to be
not a
at
big
one of the
enough.
major urban centers.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Specifically those 3 cities.
I'm gonna go ahead and go and find...
Unless what you're actually looking for is something that logically would be here, in which case I can make an exception. But
I'm gonna go and find a place where caretaker can be. Like, a place for him to work and live. Somewhere where he can, like, I don't know, help take care of something.
Make an investigation check.
Oh, yeah.
Are you sure it can't be medicine? Oh, look at that. 19.
Medicine will let
19?
you know, would let you know he needs such a place.
There are some stables. We'll kind of get them introduced and set up there.
Him, horses, same thing.
And is there a place for him to stay at that there?
As much as there is anywhere here, there are no necessarily permanent houses. It's very much a nomadic group, and if you kind of get it, you kind of get the feeling that the orcs here are different than the orcs that were here probably even last handful, because they move throughout this area. This is sort of the central meeting spot where they come
but
to.
the stable's permanent. So
The stables is like a permanent. So I mean, I guess as far as for him to stay, it's a roof. It's not really walls on all sides, but.
Oh, I was looking for somewhere for him to be, like to work, to live.
Yeah, I mean he could definitely get work there. It's a really loose. It's a very loose society. For example, they don't charge you to eat, and they make communal meals on a daily basis.
But are they
his biggest issue is that many of the people choose to primarily speak Orcish all the time, and he does not know that language.
It's a good place to learn. It's immersion.
Yeah, they're definitely fine with whatever. If you will exist and put into the community, then they're not gonna.
I'm gonna go around.
Communism.
I'm gonna take caretaker around and get him set up with like clothing and bedding, and pay someone to build him a little room attached to it. To the stable. So
Yeah, I get it. And my first thought is, you can't just do that, but
Yes,
I
one
know how
owns
much
this
gold
land.
is in your
Yeah.
pouch, and so yeah, I guess technically you can just do that.
Just like, hey, look, buddy, we're not just gonna go off and building. Clunk. Okay, how big you want it?
Yeah, I'm just like,
An expansion, huh? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I have a permanent caretaker for the stables.
yeah.
Also, he could theoretically get a smaller adamant. Or did we decide these are like trailers and you can just buy these?
Oh, how's Keeper doing? Oh, he's great. Eats his oats, takes a brush really good. We basically just treat him like the horses, and he seems to like it just fine.
I think the idea is somewhere for caretaker to take care, as in for him to take care of something else.
Yeah, so he
Because that
has
is
a
what he
job and a
does.
purpose. He
Yeah.
needs to have a job and purpose. He is a caretaker.
Yeah, and that's kind of... He probably had a name, but he just sort of broke out of the asylum as it was being abandoned and just sort of accepted an identity. And so rather than trying to break that identity and reestablish something new, it's like, let's let Sam keep that. Yeah, it's working out.
He's not exactly a young man.
No,
There are worse.
and he was probably in the asylum for a reason, so he's probably mentally weak.
What if he was a horse raper?
You absolutely have to sleep with a horse. Make it one of theirs, okay?
Make it an enemy horse.
2,500 gold.
His relationship with that horse is strictly platonic.
First of all, I would never do that. Second of all, you have no proof.
Okay, so 2,050 gold is how much I have left. After setting up caretaker so that he has a place to be.
They're building a permanent house on the side of the stable. It's like,
Okay.
And furnishing it.
Yeah.
And getting him set up so he can live there for the rest of his days.
yeah.
And I'm going to set up a little shrine in there for him.
You could come back. It will probably take them a month to actually
I can
get
just
built.
I just give him little figurines to put
Okay.
in there.
Yeah.
There's a god of housekeeping or home and hearth or something like that. And
Yeah,
There are definitely
there
home
would-
and hearth things that are
there would be
spirits.
Yeah, there are spirits that actually kind of like watch over your home as long as you take care of the place.
So you just make something for a spirit to enter. It is now,
yeah, I
it's
make
one
like a little
class.
fairy
Yeah,
house.
objects can have their own spirits to them.
Otherwise, yeah. A couple of the orcs in the evening's festivities do, through series of dare, try the fruit. One of them, at least by morning, is not returned.
I don't let them wander off into oblivion.
They're wandering off into the delta.
Yeah, and I'm like, you might want to find that dude.
Oh, Yin, while
Maybe.
we're having some
Yeah, he's been on a
downtime,
journey.
could you cast level 5 Spirit Guardians into my new ring?
Totally gas level 5 Spirit Guardians into his new ring.
Alright.
Does he have
I
to
gave you
attune to that, then give it back to you to attune to it?
No,
Oh.
you can just cast it into the ring.
And even if I did, we have the time.
Mhm. Also, do we still have rings of fire resistance?
Yes, we got rings of every flavor of resistance.
Do you have to attune to those, or
Yes.
Yeah, they offer an actual bonus.
Hence,
Speaking of needing fire resistance,
Camera's hot.
we
How
want to
swear,
give
that camera.
Austin a fire resistant ring.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
there are 2 of each type.
I didn't know if it was one.
so that you could fireball him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was their plan, I guess.
Yeah.
well, I can also throw thermite at them. So.
Exactly.
That's
We keep
fireball.
hitting with
Half
fire.
damage is not immunity.
No, but
But
you
you're also
have-
you.
Yeah.
You're also you.
They were going to be
you
doing it
imagine-
anyways, so they're like, hey, let's make it where we can do it for longer.
Yeah.
Because you managed to hold people in a place really well.
I mean, how many magic items do you have that's attuned to you?
1.
Yeah.
So you can wear.
I have 1 bag of holding. I have 2. I got a bunch of
Bag of
It's not an
random.
attunement.
Yeah, I have a bunch of other.
Point
random
being, if any of you have loose attunement slots, you might as well grab some form of a resistance ring.
Yeah, we have 4 attunement slots right now.
Okay.
Speak for yourselves. I have 5.
Oh, good for
I
you.
think. Yeah.
Artificery.
Yes.
I have, I think, 1.
I enjoy the irony of Nick telling others to speak for themselves. Isn't that great?
It's the opposite of wrinkly.
Yes, I have open attunement slots.
And that's the time period from when you say it to when my brain accepts what it was.
Okay. I've only got 2
That
things
was me.
attuned. Nope, 1. Yeah, it's just the sword, because the belt's a belt pouch of holding, and then got the bag of holding.
And then you don't need to bother with the bow.
Yeah, I don't. So yeah, I just have a sword.
Well, that means you could pick up 3 rings.
I'm already resistant to fire. I have a ring of warmth. Is that attunement? I forgot about ring of warmth.
I hope not.
It's never come up in this game.
Yes, it's an attunement item. But it gives you resistance to cold damage.
Oh, that.
So
Okay.
it's a plus. Yeah, that's a fine one to keep.
So I've got fire, cold, so I can do lightning, obviously. Obviously lightning.
Yes, my shield was also magical.
And what else have we been facing?
But what are you going to be facing moving forward?
You know what? Acid.
Resistance.
Acid resistance.
If you don't take it, I'll take the fire. Fire is almost.
There's
The
2
most
rings
common.
of fire.
Yeah.
Let's
for-
see. Acid, cold, fire, force, lightning, necrotic, poison, psychic, radiant, thunder.
Yeah, I'm gonna take 1 of lightning and 1 of acid.
I already resist acid.
Why?
My magic armor.
That's just a random resistance it gives?
Well, with the default armor, which is made of like otherworld insect hide, gives psychic, so he changes to acid because it's trees and stuff.
Okay.
Because it already passively gives necrotic and
Acid, lightning,
Poison.
fire. You take any?
what
With
was
the
the fire, right?
You want fire?
And I take the other fire.
So the fires, we are covered.
Mm-hmm.
We only get 2.
The single most common damage type.
Which is also common for the party itself to be throwing around in close quarters, so...
Wait, are you saying you already took the fire?
No.
Oh, okay.
You
He's
take
saying
Okay.
that you guys both... You're good. You're good.
No, I don't have open attunement slots.
Oh,
over
okay.
here.
Yeah, so mine are actually full too, because I have my gun, wand of fireball, ring of fire resistance, cloak of elven kind, and my boots of speed. For all 5 of mine.
Well, if you want another ring, I would certainly take them boots off your hands.
We have a second spell storing ring.
Second spell story ring?
Yeah, we got 2 of them.
Woohoo.
I mean, could we have Bob put another level 5 Spirit Guardians in the rooms?
Yeah, that would be possible.
If Austin, you're still with
the other ring that we got
You
was shooting stars.
Pew pew pew.
You also do like summon celestial. I have
see.
I
level
think
5
the idea
stars.
with this Spirit Guardians is for all of you to have it at once, and for it just to be.
To be fair, I wouldn't, but the two frontline fighters, hilarious with it.
It's in case we fight groups.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'd want to put like Circle of Power into the ring and then give it to Kiramaxis. Because he is functionally untargetable. while I'm riding.
Kiramaxis cannot wear a ring.
Put it on his horn.
Why not? He's a spirit. He
Put
can
it
wear
on his
whatever
ear.
he wants.
Put it on his horn.
He has attunement slots.
Put it
Or
on
do you
his
need
horn.
one for spell storing rings? It's attunement, right?
Yeah, it's an
Yeah,
attunement.
I imagine he has 2 attunement slots.
But he cannot equip the ring.
You can put a necklace on.
And he can put it on his horn.
So you
He's
just
not
put
able
the-
to put a ring on. Ring would not be one of the things.
If
he could
it's on his
You did-
horn.
Yes, but that does not work to attune to it.
Of course it does.
It feels like it does.
It does not.
Basically,
That feels
you're,
super specious.
It is
he's,
very specious, and that's what these rings are. These rings are specious rings.
he's willing to say you could make a spell storing item for your mount. Just can't.
You have to have it custom made.
The whole point would be because he's functionally untargetable while I'm riding him. So might as well give him a super good buff spell.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
And
your
Circle
Spirit
of Power is
Guardians
pretty
are
sweet.
5d8 a turn.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Okay, so after a night of attuning and such, you do wake up at the camp.
Woohoo.
All right.
So
Well, I'm ready to go back.
So you go back towards Moonmire.
Wish these people all the best.
gonna try with
Yeah.
Tana not to be a downer of we're all committing suicide to end the campaign. Let's roll.
What's the worst thing about suicide? It's all up. It's all upsides, man.
I'll just go to the astral plane.
Yeah. What's up? No big
Which
deal.
is also
No big deal.
Divine Realm.
So, like, you know how many adventurers die, right? All of them, eventually.
What about the liches?
Eventually, they die too.
I mean, I do have... technically, you guys have access to the book, so... Staying too long in a Divine Realm does run the risk of making it your eternal resting place, as the planes are originally designed as the destination for departed souls. Each full day spent in a Divine Realm risks a 5% chance that your body passes on and your soul continues there. Killing your character in this magic or the god's favor allows you to return to the land of the living.
Maybe we shouldn't do this, Ryan.
No.
It's 5% for each full day.
Yeah.
Is
yeah.
it stacking?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or
The way that's worded is
it is
every
no,
day-
it is 5%. So each day there is you roll a d20. If you roll a 1, you're dead.
Mhm.
That is what that is. It doesn't increase. It's just every day you have. Did I crit miss?
Wow. I don't want to do that. That requires rolling dice.
Don't worry, don't worry.
I'd prefer not to.
I've got an idea.
If we jump into an extra-dimensional space while in a Divine Realm, are we still in the Divine Realm?
Yes.
Damn. Can I just, like,
No, that
duck
saved
out?
us.
Can I just duck out for a few hours and count?
No.
Well, you would be, but then the time would essentially not be stopped. You just go back and you'd immediately get the check.
Well, see, if you did it that way, anyone, carrying goods across is eventually just going to be driving their truck across and die in the middle.
No, the tunnels are protected.
There's not specifically a tunnel between the two portals. They're just sort of close enough that you know that's where I'm supposed to go.
Mhm.
You're just kind of out there. Anyways, you go back through your checks, check through your bag again.
Still all rings.
Wait, no.
This group hasn't checked.
Well, to be fair, does this... Well, this isn't as formal as the other ones. This is just the group of orcs with guns and stuff.
They still have, like, lines set up.
Oh, okay.
It's just open to the air. It's not an enclosed building.
Before we go through the checkpoint, there was something that I wanted to do. Alright, before we go in, I'm going to go ahead and do this, and I'm going to cast Death Ward on us.
That will protect you against the other realm.
It'll protect us against one death.
Maybe, depending on how the other realm just kills you.
Really, DMV, it's usually One death, you, what, 1 HP?
Because the way, Death Ward works.
The first time the target would drop to 0 hit points.
Yeah.
Instant death effects do not trigger Death Ward. Yeah. Specifically, Power Word Kill bypasses Death Ward. Because it doesn't reduce your HP to 0. It kills you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is you dying without losing any hit points. So yeah, it is.
I was like, I'm pretty sure Death Ward's got specific. Yeah. It's a stop from hitting 0. Go to 1 instead. If you don't take HP damage though, Death Ward ain't gonna stop it.
Yeah, this is really more.
I think it gives you a bonus on saving throws.
If you're subject to an effect that would instantly kill without dealing damage, the effect is instead negated from the target and the spell ends.
So it does stop.
I feel like you two are reading 2 different books.
No, he just didn't go far enough down.
Yeah. I was like, I thought there was something about instant death effects. I thought it was advantage, but it is just 1 negation.
Yeah, it's just 1 instant negation. So I'm going to cast it on 2 of us, take an hour rest, and then cast it on 2 of us. And then take an hour rest.
Because we're just sitting in front. Is it a 24-hour duration?
It's 8 hours.
Yeah.
6 hours.
Well,
7 and 6.
It only
7
triggers after a day.
It's every full day. So you have 24 hours before it would possibly trigger.
Mm-hmm.
Also, meaning we could time this out and just have Death Ward when our timer comes around.
Yeah, we can just keep track of time.
Your characters do not know the exact moment for when your soul is determining whether it is fine to be here. And also, if you die in this method, it is not because, oh no, things have gone against my will. It is, I have just decided that this is where I belong.
Okay, so here's what I'm saying. We wait 20 hours, then do it.
But we don't have that foreknowledge.
Sometimes in that 4 hours. No, we can just set up timer. We have technology.
No, we don't know unless there's been volunteers that got in there.
Once you've been there a day.
Yeah, we don't know if that sometimes people just die. I doubt there's been a mass progression of people. Okay, go in there and we're gonna watch you till you die. That seems unethical experimentation.
Either that or we can just kind of take breaks whenever the duration on the spell's about to run out.
And in defense of the existing government, if it aids the profitability and the prosperity of the company, it's not immoral.
I don't think that ever came up in immoral or not immoral.
Not amoral, immoral. It's not immoral, as long as it's good for, the economy.
I'm sure there's some researcher who's.
So you make your way through the checkpoint and back out. Now, from this one, you face towards the river.
Yeah. Let's go and find Sharon. There's a dude in the know of how to get to...
You're on the river bank. The river is flowing downrivers to your left. And it's just sort of, again, it's like ruined buildings within this cavernous tunnel that just sort of follows the river, and you're on sort of the shore on one end.
I'll go ahead and put a tracker here at the door.
Okay.
It explodes?
No.
It has a light.
Oh. You made its noise.
That was the noise of a light coming up.
We should probably disguise it so that people don't run off with our tracker.
Yeah.
There's also like rubble. Because this is literally on the walkway.
Yeah. And just put it down out of the way where the light's not shining, because trackers with lights are stupid.
Depends on what the purpose is.
Apparently, we're in a James Bond movie.
That is not what the purpose of this is.
With a little blinky red light on it.
Yeah, Batman trackers with blinking red lights to draw attention to your
Yeah, this is not supposed to be a stealthy thing.
No.
This is a science thing.
Yes, this is a beacon.
Yeah.
So.
It's also like that big.
So yeah, bury it or something.
I don't know. If we go by to the river, are there any like bells or docks?
There is not a dock out here, no.
Right.
Are there bells and whistles?
There is an archway over right beside where the other portal is, like just an open archway where it's broken off on the sides, like maybe it was from some building, but no sign of what that building was.
You know what might be helpful? If it had been a week since Bob last asked God a question.
It's 10 days, so.
Mm-hmm.
It's been, what, 3?
Yeah, something like 3 or 4, I think.
Yeah. Well, that's fine. We can just go down river.
And to be fair, it probably wouldn't work anyway.
Given the different deities, yeah.
No, I mean, given the low chance of it working.
Oh,
Yeah. Literally, it probably wouldn't work.
Good guess, though.
Oh, I got an idea. And before we head out, I want to go ahead and say a prayer to Lord Hades, saying that we seek audience with you in order to discuss a matter about the world destroyers. If we could come and visit you and
Where do you stop to do this?
just there on the riverbank.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll say a prayer to him, saying that I wish to discuss with you and observe the customs of that you have set forth in your realm.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Alright.
Hey, God, it's me. Oh, God, not you again.
Quite specifically, because...
1.
Okay. Follows a different religion, so...
But with a 1, that's an 11.
So maybe not smite worthy.
Yeah, not necessarily, just ignorable is basically what that leaves that as.
I pray to my own little kami of death to send a message to Hades to ask him to please meet with us.
Make a persuasion check.
Haha! No disadvantage. 13.
You got to use the bureaucracy. Hey, can you talk to a guy to talk to this guy?
The difference is instead of disadvantage, it was 2 different people having to make rolls. So now all of a sudden you had to convince yours, who then had to try and convince Hades. Nothing seems to happen.
Well, we tried.
Yep, I can't yell at my god.
We should probably go and find an
things
actual
for me.
priest.
What's your god?
Osiris.
No,
But I also
different
but I'm
death
also
god.
he's my patron.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a cleric.
Oh, yeah.
He's a paladin.
I'm a paladin. He doesn't actually give me power.
Yeah.
I am a regular worshiper.
His power comes from his conviction.
That
Of
Osiris is
points.
right.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
Maybe you could ask your god to ask Hades.
Yeah, we can go to the temple and I can talk to a priest.
Yeah.
You can still call him on the phone.
That is not how you do divine works. That's
Yeah, you go to proper institutions
you don't
of
handle
worship.
these things through the phone.
Just saying, Aircraft Rado would have totally just picked up the phone.
Yes, he would have.
Because awesome, how happy is he that there are phones now?
Phones again.
He would literally pull out a smartphone, type in Hades' name into the dial thing, and see who he gets, and just assume that was Hades.
I'm not Hades.
That
Think
sounds
you
like-
are.
That sounds like what God would say if he was trying to dodge my call. You can't ghost me.
As you get turned into a ghost by Hades, the god of death.
The fool. He gave me the ability to walk through walls.
Think of the places you could go.
Yeah,
Anyways,
absolutely.
now we're discussing the last campaign's character again. What are we doing?
Let's be fair, Aircraft Brown is no longer the last campaign's character. He is a character that is beloved by all.
Sometimes you just nail it.
Mm-hmm.
well, if that didn't work, I guess I can say a prayer to Persephone and see if she'll get her husband to see us.
I don't know what you're looking at me for. This is not my fault.
We've decided
I'm not
to let-
looking at you. I'm just distinctly not looking at Brian.
We've distinctly let Ryan go on the crazy train versus let's go to a church and have them do it. No, we have to go talk to God directly. We are that important.
Yeah.
How are you traveling down the riverbank?
I assume
Flying
just
mount.
walking or flying next to it.
Yeah, flying mount.
I am also on his motorcycle.
I mean,
Probably
the
gonna die.
Greeks would not be unfamiliar with Pegasus, so
You say that as you have a flying motorcycle with hover wheels.
yeah, but it has the stats of a Pegasus.
I'm on the mount, but I wouldn't be flying. I'd just be on the ground on the mount.
Mm-hmm.
How
It-
wide
it
is the
feel-
river?
If I don't need to, it feels kind of rude to be flying
Here,
around.
about 25 feet across.
I wouldn't suggest trying to get over it.
Well, I can just run across it,
I wouldn't suggest trying that.
but I could.
This is a realm of the dead. I wouldn't suggest touching the water.
I wouldn't touch the water. I'd run over it.
Yeah, I don't think the magic death water would make that distinction.
You do you.
No water gets on me.
No normal water would.
What do you do?
I don't do anything.
We're curious.
As you please.
Okay, I run across. Fine, fine. You've all dared me to do it enough. I run across.
we all
Make a dex
specifically
save.
told you not to.
You all dared me to do it. You're like, obviously you have to do it. It's not a great roll.
No, it's not.
15.
15 is enough that, yeah, so from beneath the wave, your ankle is caught. And you fall prone on the water. When you fall prone, do you fall into the water?
Is that the end of my movement?
Make a luck check.
Or does he still have half his movement to give it up?
Well, I have a lot more movement. 9.
9.
I
And
have.
what is your total movement?
If I double move, 130 feet.
Okay, so yeah, if you double move, then... Well, no, actually, without double moving, you have...
I have 65 feet.
Yeah. So yeah, you have at least
Also,
half of
I'm
your
a
movement
monk,
left.
and I can get up with 5 foot of movement.
Yeah. But do you fall into the water before you get up, though? How is that worded?
I end my movement.
Yeah. He's
If I end my turn, then I fall. Because I can attack, but
I'd say this would end your movement, but you could double move there. So if it's end of your turn, then you're not.
Yeah, the wording for being able to run on water requires him to start and end his turn on solid surfaces.
Was this an attack of opportunity?
No, this was functionally a trap.
If you were a barbarian, you'd have advantage.
I mean, yeah, I would.
Yes, theoretically, he could grapple and go to the water and still be on top of it while there, as long as he ends not on the water. He can roll around and do whatever. Because he's like Naruto people, you just have key barrier between you and the water.
Yeah, this is a realm of the dead.
What is this
Wouldn't touch.
ability called?
It's the regular movement ability at 9th level.
Oh, third. The beginning of the move. Oh, where it was. During the move. Okay.
This would be a quick way to meet Hades. The express route. It's like, how you gonna meet dead God? We can call him, try and get somebody else to do it. You could just die.
So yeah, you're probably sunk up to your waist before then the instinct to remove and run back on top of it. But you can get out. When that happens, do you continue to the other side or?
Oh, I continue to the other side.
Okay. So you are now on the far side bank.
You okay?
Oh yeah, that's fine.
It's just darkness behind you. Thick darkness.
I turn around and I'll run back across.
Make a dexterity save.
16.
We do the same thing again.
Some sticky water.
Yeah. On the other side, you can't see anything. It's just darkness. And there's ankle grabbers,
Yeah.
which is rude.
It's a realm of the dead. You really should be touching less things.
They touched me. I didn't touch them.
You probably would have noticed as you sank through to get up. There were more things touching you beneath the waves.
I check my pockets.
You have been robbed.
What's your passive perception?
20.
20. Nothing seems to be missing.
I checked them, though.
Nothing seems to be missing.
Oh, you said that in a really weird way.
This is the River Lethe. You wouldn't remember.
Whatever. That's fine. All of my stuff's in my bag of holding or in my pouches anyways.
If I felt like you had, silver coins loose in your pockets, they may have been gone, but I don't think your character has.
I have exactly 14 silver, but it's in my bag.
Yeah. That was not something they could get to that quickly. In fact, that's probably on your back, the part that didn't go in the water.
So,
But yeah, continue down the river looking for docks, see if we can find the wayfarers.
About 3.5 hours downriver. Mostly same things. You occasionally see things quickly whip out and in, just black shapes on the shadowy darkness on the far side of the river. The far side bank. Something is within the shadows.
Probably because there was some nature of invasion recently.
Otherwise, the water moves smoothly, and after about 3.5 hours, you spot. You've seen it before. You see a hooded spectral figure, just standing right in the middle of this walkway along the bank. This is an easy walk. It seems that the bank is designed as if it is just being walked.
I call hail to the ferryman.
Probably not the ferryman, but alright.
He does not seem to respond.
Yep.
we would like to buy purchase to talk to Hades.
Well, I'd approach him and it's like, yeah, we would like passage to see Lord Hades.
He does not seem to respond.
And take out some silver coins.
You will set a palm up, but he does not reach out for them.
Put them in his hand.
He begins playing a tiny jingle and a soda pops out of his crotch.
He closes it. How many? What did you put in his hand? How many?
I got 13 silver coins, so I could pay. Let's see, how many of us are there? Four.
Six.
Six.
Who else is there besides the four of us?
V-mounts.
Oh, yeah, those are people too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I can give him 12 coins.
He closes and he opens his palm empty and he lowers his hand again. He doesn't move.
Still on the boat.
History check.
Is it on a boat or on a path?
He isn't. He is on the path.
Oh, okay.
No, just keep walking.
History check. Are the old stories about, like, Odysseus or Orpheus still around?
Make yourselves a religion check, my friend.
Yes.
That looks pretty good.
It's only a
4.
9.
9.
Mm-hmm.
There are tales, but you're not familiar with them.
I'd help you, but I'm not that kind of cleric.
You could roll it.
I
So
mean,
you carry on along the path.
You're a scholar.
yeah, I'm not that kind of cleric, though.
Yeah, let's say, does he... Well, he takes the money and...
He takes the money and he just stays there. You've seen him once before, and I don't believe he moved at all when given money by...
I believe Austin or someone else did it.
Yeah.
We could stay and wait and see if there's another part of this transaction.
Yeah.
How long do you wait?
I don't know. Hit me with ability enhancement.
Which one?
Intelligence.
Okay.
That is a very good point. Con enhance. You said.
Yeah. Go look through my bags, and here you go. A little inhaler.
Alright.
Just.
Have some jets.
I'll try to make a religion check to see if I can figure out what the next step is. Alright. 15.
15. You do believe that you've done your part. You're not sure if this is the wrong... If you've mistaken who this is. And he's just stolen your money. Or really... I mean, you're not confident for that. But you do not have any reason to believe that standing around is going to aid anything or cause him to act.
Alright. I ask him, which direction is Lord Hades? Does he move?
Make a persuasion check.
Alright.
Okay. Okay.
24.
He does not move. But you feel like you're going in the right direction. Like you feel almost like that pit in your chest pulling downriver.
And it's like, he's given, and it's like, I've got a hunch that it's this way.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
Roll.
Another...
The one time Adam doesn't give us a boat.
But another, 4 or 5 hours down the path.
Are we going to stop in Death Ward again?
We could. Yeah, we
Because
could.
we're at 7.
Take another,
so.
3 hour? Yep.
It'd be 2 hours of rest.
Cast, rest,
Yeah,
move on.
Because I still have pack magic. The second hour is just to restore my pack magic back to full.
Okay.
By the way, well, they're resummonable, so if Karenmaxis or...
They are spirits. They don't have
Yeah.
physical bodies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
okay.
spirits.
You are already dead.
Already. Again.
Yeah, they're already divine. So
Which is probably my favorite one-line thing from Team 4-Star. Okay, but why though?
But why though?
Tana and Yen, as you're killing a couple hours,
Mm-hmm.
and taking a short rest, whatever. You sense from behind you this sort of rubbled, what seems like this long city and buildings that kind of went along the side of the path, and you see little pits off to, like, when facing down, off to the left, in the cave. Like, the cave goes further. You are in the massive central tunnel that follows the river, but you feel like there are more little alcoves or passages that lead off of it behind you.
Yeah.
Furthermore, you do seem to have recollections, and maybe mentioning it to your recently thinky
Enhanced friend.
enhanced friend. Some of the tales of the Cerebrus is what you sense from the shadows, hiding within the shadows on the far side bank.
The Cerebrus.
Cerberus?
A massive 3-headed dog.
Cerberus.
Whatever.
Hey, man, just
Yeah, we're all the brain monster?
The brain!
Cerebral.
It's like we getting attacked by Dr. Xavier. Like, what's going on?
Wait,
Yes!
3-headed dog. He's got us.
yeah, is it a beast?
And more importantly, is it a good boy?
'Cause
Or girl.
I'm pretty sure hellhounds aren't.
Hellhounds are monstrosities, but Cerberus is part godling and or epic monster.
Just a regular dog. Hey, what's up, dog?
True question is, what's Cerberus's
Monstrosity.
intelligence? What's his
Very
intelligence, though?
You don't know. You try to interact.
Well, is it coming out to attack us, or is it just watching us from the shadows?
It's watching you from the shadows, and you feel like it's been following you from the other bank.
Oh, it's on the other side of the river?
Yeah, it's on the far side bank in the shadows.
Hey, boy. Can you take us to Hades?
We want to see your papa. Oh, yeah, Yarock. I ask, with your create food and water, can you create meat?
I create bland but filling food. I don't believe it specifies the type of water of food.
Oh, nutrition gruel.
It's probably like roll and spoon type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just food is bland but nourishing. That's something. Yeah, 5th edition doesn't have a Merlin spoon.
What is that?
I'm guessing an item that just gives you food.
Yeah, it was an item in 3.5 where you put it in a bowl and it made tasteless but nourishing gruel.
Yeah.
That was all it did. It just made food. As long as you were eating one at a time, you'd have infinite food.
I would 100% get that in real life.
Yeah, exactly. Like, just whenever you need a little snack. The ultimate grazing thing.
It was perfectly nourishing.
Yeah.
You have to assume it's like, if it's perfectly nourishing, then it wouldn't give you any calories or anything once your body hit a certain point, but you could still keep that full feeling on your bland, tasteless
You are
food.
such a fat kid. I swear to God.
So you can just keep eating.
But the idea with that would be to keep yourself full, because otherwise the desire of food is that it tastes good.
Yeah.
But if you feel full, you don't want to eat. So it's literally trying to fight your desire to eat for this tastes good.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's just kind of kicking the problem down the field, because then your stomach is never going to shrink and you're just going to continue to be that hungry forever. And eventually you'll snap.
Yeah, but if you
And a
kept it up,
buffet.
if you kept it up long enough, we perfectly balanced diet.
All right, boys. Next mission. We got to find a bone, a big bone.
Like Clifford, the
Aw.
big red dog size.
I'm so sad as I pull out the bone claw from the blade skeleton.
Very good.
That was much too quick of a solution to that.
And here's the jab bone.
Thanks, taxidermy man.
It's still like 30 foot across on the other side of it.
How heavy is the bone?
Large sized creature.
I'm just saying, if it counts as a light item, we can still yeet it across.
We can heft it.
Also, none of us have tried flying over the river.
Just run across, it's fine. So you're taking the bone off your sheet, so we're doing this then. We're going to give the dog a bone.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Before we do this, like, I want to think about this. Rummage around, get my own inhaler, do that, cast guidance. Intelligence check on try to free Cerebus or befriend him to get to Hades. Intelligence check. I don't know if anything else would go with it.
You can always tell Hades that we found his lost dog.
Okay. So,
And you got actual good intelligence compared to me.
I'm pretty sure he's the
23.
most intelligent person in the party.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, from what you can recall, Cerberus would have access to Hades. The concept of trying to befriend the beast might prove folly.
Do any of you play an instrument?
I do.
You can put Cerberus to sleep with or music.
Yeah, according to Hagrid, who is not in D&D.
No, Orpheus was able to do it, wasn't he?
Yeah. Orpheus is a musician. Those words didn't come out. Yes. While I wouldn't know religious stuff, magical beasts and stuff are something I probably would have looked into
Monstrosity.
Yeah,
Man, I'd
monstrosity.
like to skin that one day.
Can you imagine just your foyer with Cerberus stuffed in it?
Animate the object.
But wait, how deep is the river?
Deep.
I felt it. I didn't touch the bottom.
At least up to his waist.
I'm not going back. I'm not
I've
going
got an
for a
idea
spin.
of how we might be able to get the bone to the dog without any of us getting into the water.
How much is the bone weigh?
Fly?
No.
Treat
This
it
guy.
like...
Anyone have mage hand or telekinesis?
No.
Um,
And
probably like
mage hand wouldn't get
15
across the
pounds?
water.
Mm,
And it's
pretty
5
heavy.
pounds is what mage can.
And it's 25 feet. We can yeet a bone 25 feet.
it's 30 feet here.
Okay, we can yeet a bone 30 feet.
15-pound shot put 25 feet or 30 feet. And it's like, and hand it over to Austin. It's like, try to throw this across to it.
I try to
I give you guidance.
That's
throw.
for ability checks, not attack rolls.
I don't know. This might have been an ability check.
You
Well, if it's
get
strength.
strength to attacks with throwing weapons.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're the strongest. That's why.
That's why I was asking if it was a light weapon.
Well, I try to throw this bone at the dog.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
To
throw
the
it.
dog,
To
not
it.
at the dog.
To it.
Attack! Roll damage!
Yeah, you need to like hit a 10 or 15
And it's going to be a
Trying-
disadvantage
trying to hit a
because
spot.
it is not a thrown weapon. It's not designed to be thrown.
Improvised.
Yes.
Do I have proficiency in this
No,
bone?
I don't think so.
Yeah, do you have proficiency in all?
No, I don't have proficiency in weapons. That gives me a 9.
And
Or does
nine.
Paladin not give you all?
It
Well,
makes it a
it's
good
improvised.
halfway
Improvised isn't.
into the water.
Improvised isn't. But you get disadvantage.
Does it float?
It does not.
Okay. Go shield guardian. Go retrieve the bone.
Now you're just wasting a shield guardian.
I mean,
Can't die.
I'm almost sure you won't get it back, but that's your shield guardian. You order her out.
So its first step in. This is not a gradual bank.
Just
It is just topples head first beneath the water. What is your connection to the shield guardian?
A shield amulet?
No, what kind of? Do you have any communication? Do you have?
No. I think I just give it orders. The amulet's wearer can telepathically call the guardian to travel to it, and the guardian knows the distance and direction to the amulet if the guardian is within 60 feet of the wearer. Yeah, so I can telepathically send it messages.
Okay. So you can't hear from it, but you
get bone, come back.
Yeah,
Okay.
so go get the bone and come back. Fly if you have to.
It has the fly spell.
Yeah, I can fly.
it gets the bone and it comes back.
Awesome. Take
I
it to
hate you.
take it to the dog.
now you've got the flight.
Just a general hatred of flight forever now, right?
It's nothing new. I've hated that you guys keep flying all along. I'm sorry. Do you think it's silly? I build worlds. You fly over them.
I'm sorry, are these worlds not 3D? I don't know how you don't take flight into account.
17.
Okay, so 3 hits. We'll just do 11, 11, 11, 3, 3, 3. So we'll do 33 piercing and 9 fire damage from it biting. With this, though, it allows you to see more of the beast coming out of it. It is not a dog in that it is furry and soft. This is scaled and falling apart and manged and has, a series of multiple eyes and sharp, teeth going at all sorts of, mal-directed,
So it's only an okay boy. It's like a 9 out of 10 instead of 10 out of 10.
Mm.
Still a dog, so it gets a lot of points.
Well, what was that? 33 and what?
33 is piercing and 9 fire.
Okay.
So Cerberus has different stats depending if it's down here or not.
Well, it
According
depends
to
on if
this
it's
book.
the monstrous one or if it's the two-headed. Like, it's more of a medium-sized creature, like a normal dog-sized thing.
Wouldn't that just be the Hellhound stats? And that's two-headed?
It's somewhere between those.
Mm.
Alright, he's fine.
Does he drop it and keep flying back to you, or?
Yep, drop it in return.
And what's his?
60.
Okay, he can get back.
Does it pay any mind to the bone?
It does not.
Intelligence check. Is Cerberus a unique entity, or are there a bunch of them? So 23.
There would be multiple of them, though perhaps this one or a one is unique. There is a Cerberus, and then there are Cerberi.
Yeah.
So there is one that is above others. Whether this fiendish-looking creature is that one, or if there's something worse, you're not sure.
Is it still near the bone?
I mean, it's staying on the area. It's been tracing you
Mm-hmm.
as you walk, so it's still in the area across there. Yeah.
Okay. If we move, does it continue to follow us?
Do you pick up and start?
Yeah.
Well, after the 2 hour, after we redo our wards.
We already did that.
Oh, then
That's
yeah.
what this is kind of in the middle of, is your
okay.
rests.
Yeah, then I guess we'll finish our rests.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, it keeps following you as you keep going.
yeah,
It keeps that
okay,
bone.
so it keeps that?
Yeah.
Alright. I wanted to see if we keep going, if I could send the shield guardian back to retrieve the bone.
How long does the flight last?
Not very long.
You probably have at least another 40 minutes to finish getting your spells back for the...
Well, if that's all, then we can just kind of break rest, do this, and get the bone back, right?
Do we have to redo that?
I mean, I'm sad that it's gone. I'm not gonna risk the shield guardian going over to get it back. I don't care that much.
Well,
I did not have
I
the full
want-
body, and I already studied
we might
it.
want to give it to the real Cerberus if this is a fake one.
Yeah, how many bones you got?
Just the one written down on my page.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
Alright, so you pick up and you move
Mm-hmm.
far enough down.
Yeah, if the shield guardian stays where it is across from the bone,
It's following you.
it's following us, so I can then telepathically tell the shield guardian to just swoop by, pick it up, and then return to this side of the river, and then come back and meet us.
Okay.
So we got the bone back. Alright. We'll
I don't know.
finish our rest, and then we can travel on.
I don't know. Try to talk to Cerberus and make a persuasion check against him. It's like, I have one more enhanced ability on me today, if you want to try that.
Well, we might want to check and see if we meet other of this type of creature.
Mm.
How many heads has it got, or were we
Looks
able
like
to
3.
see? Looks like 3.
3 of them were biting into your...
Don't worry, he regenerated it back. He's good now.
He's already good.
And I cast Fly into him.
You have to rest again.
No, I'll just eat the spell.
Another hour or so down, you see the faint glow of portals. One right on the bank, similar to where the other was. The other up high on the cliff. And as you get there, you find that there is one of those, sort of water droplet portals, the foggy portals. Again, in the bank. This one's set directly in the center of some arch, and directly across it and up a broken flight of stairs, like rubble down, but the flight of stairs that was in some building continues up to where the portal is sitting raised up.
Stop at the one on the bottom, set up shrink grow perception field that allowed us to see through the fog.
Okay.
Look through the fog on this side. What's on the other side?
You see a small room with a series of guards and check stations just kind of sitting around waiting.
Poke my head in. What check station is this?
Make a persuasion check.
19.
That's pretty good.
Minus what?
Yeah, +1, so 20. I might have that. Yeah, I do have that train. Plus another 5. No, +4. So 24.
Dwarf Mountain, did you go through check in the Titan without knowing? What are you...
Yeah, we got lost. We were looking for something. Sorry to bother you.
Wait, lost where?
He just pulls his head back out.
It's like, yes, we came from the Many Maws portal. we were looking
And
for something.
they stand up and they start coming your way.
You're not supposed to say that, Nick.
Yeah, you're just like,
No,
we're just doing criminal activity.
I'm going with my character would be smart enough to know that would trigger criminal
No,
activity.
you would not, because you would not. That is not at all the extent of the experience you have had with your I've lived in a single city my entire... But yeah, so you see that as you pull your head back out.
Well, they seem angry. We should probably head away.
Keep on our path that we were going.
How are you moving through? What kind of base? Are you just...
We're booking it away from there. Who knows how far they're willing to trace us, so I would say an hour downriver.
Do they come in to investigate?
Yes, they are coming out. I mean, if you're...
Then I stay to explain the situation to them.
What we're doing is illegal.
We have some leniency here, considering we're still pursuing work on behalf of some of the major corporations.
That's true. We do have a work contract.
Now, I'm going to have to apologize for you crossing that portal on their side, which is definitely illegal. But we'll give some assurances, make some statements.
Give Nick a ticket.
Yeah, you have to pay a fine.
Make a persuasion check.
I'm not bad at those.
Except for when you roll them.
15.
But he has the truth on his side.
They'll collect some things.
Yeah, we can do all this paperwork.
4 of you.
I can give them corporate ID numbers and everything.
It's gonna be 200 gold for stepping outside of bounds there.
It's like, do you collect that here, or would I...
It's a bribe. He's stealing your money.
It's
Is what I say out loud to his
It
face.
is not a bribe. This is a sanctioned payment as due to violation of the law.
Get a
If you want to check up on it later, you'll have the ticket to go do so.
I go, don't worry, we need a copy of it. We'll get a copy of that. It's tax deductible.
Yes. Well, I don't have 200 gold on me, so...
You shouldn't have stuck your head in there.
I didn't know that was illegal.
I did not know.
That's not what the business is saying on this paperwork he's showing us here.
Garnish his wages for the next payout from the company.
I give him 20 platinum on their behalf. And then I'm like, can I also get a receipt so that I can have it to use in court against him? That I paid it.
You'll just kind of carbon
I'm a
back
notary.
it.
I'm a notary. This happened.
It's like after we're
I'm
done...
literally just doing paperwork standing here.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's like, why hustle these people? We can just sit here and do some paperwork, solve this whole
shake
problem
their hands
right
and
now.
apologize for...
Ask which one's up there.
the Bleeding Titan.
Oh. Okay.
How do you guys get up the stairs?
No, like the stairs start from the ground and go.
Oh, I thought they were broken.
They are broken. Like it is just a stairway that looks like it used to be part of another room.
So the stairs aren't broken. The room around it is.
No, the stairs are broken.
So there's no stairs. If the stairs are broken,
stairs
it doesn't work.
The stairs were formerly probably about 15 feet wide, a grand staircase of some sort of temple.
The
And they are crumbling away at the side, but the center is still solid.
Yeah,
So the stairs are fine.
They're
The
damaged.
area around the stairs
The
aren't.
stairs are walkable, but parts of the stairs on the outside are damaged.
I'm just saying, when you say stairs are broken, the stairs don't work if they're broken.
They're
Stairs are damaged.
That's a good word for them. That's a good word for what those stairs are. I'm just saying, is all the stuff from the stairs laying around them?
Yeah, there's like rubble around.
Now, don't,
But there we go. We now have paperwork. We can claim that fine as a business expense.
Yeah. No, you go.
You still owe me
That's
200 gold, though.
yes, I'll give you 200 golden rings.
No, of your money, not our money.
We pulled those rings out.
Yeah.
You were busy reading.
That's fine. I'll take golden ring. I don't care, as long as the value's right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, I gave up a bunch of very light platinum. Don't worry about where that came from either.
They didn't ask.
I didn't ask.
Clearly, he got that from that hole. He figured out how to get it out. It was...
It would make the most sense. I
Or-
exist in a corporate bureaucracy. I don't ask questions about where things came from.
Because it's none of his goddamn business.
Yeah. I didn't fill out the paperwork for that information.
If it needed it, it'd have its own tracking number.
Yeah. I could just imagine that if you were a law-abiding citizen society, you really just would not ask questions about where things came from. It causes nothing but problems.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's not your problem.
Yeah, just
It's like you didn't requisition it.
Yeah.
You're not responsible for it.
Shut up, left hand.
yeah. Don't worry about it.
So do we want to continue down this one?
Mm-hmm. I still got the impression that we're going the right way.
About another 9 hours.
All right.
Do you make that 11?
Yep. Yeah, no, taking short breaks. Give people a little time to rest.
And you start hearing water.
I mean,
Like, yes, but this is a slow flow. You hear...
Waterfall?
Yeah, like waterfall, like a rush of water ahead.
yeah.
It's the actual Cerberus peeing. That's what the river is.
Yes,
Well, it would be the other way
the
then.
Lake of Wisdom.
No, just the Lake of Wiz.
And you were half submerged in it.
You know, that's fine. All of my clothes is clean.
Just your skin's dirty.
Until it touches the clothes, and then like eventually I will become clean just by walking around because my clothes touches me and it cleans me. And then
As
it
your
cleans
clothes
itself.
take on the dirt and they get rid of it. Till the clothes decide that you're dirt and they get rid of you.
It can't do that until I'm dead. Though that would be funny if I die and just my body just shoots out of my clothes.
You're breaking me quick.
So we go to what we assume is waterfall and look down.
Well, before you quite get to that, you see the structure built up over it. As there is basically wooden, like grayed wooden planks that are roughly fastened together out, stretching over the edge of the waterfall, upon which, anchored up into the ceiling of the cavern above, and there is a 40-foot long barge that is just sort of suspended half off the waterfall, just stationary there.
That's probably what we're looking for.
Okay, we fly over to it.
Don't we walk? We've been walking the whole time.
I'm still not flying.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, if the rough-hewn, sloppy boards seem dangerous, I was going to say fly over them. But so we go over to the barge then.
Yeah, so this deck sort of goes out, and you see out from here as the water, not like a straight down, like, plunge of a waterfall, but just a sudden descent into rapids at probably a 30-degree, decline.
Gotcha.
And you see just all of a sudden on either side of the river, you just see the occasional flames of purple, just sort of alight, dotted off into the distance. And you see a purple glow from a bit further beyond, where you can no longer see where it is, but where there is enough of them further in the distance that it is a glow. And you see, crawling on the shores, withered bodies. Featureless, but seeming to be similar to the hand that had reached out and grabbed on Tien. Just
What a dick.
on the shores.
So what's up with? Is this barge like just sort of hanging off over the rapids, just hanging there, and not falling?
It is hanging off with the backhand on the side of it on the rapids, and you see it is basically anchored or tied up to this bridge that is now on both ends.
So we could go over to the other side without flying or swimming. So we go up to the barge. Does anyone on the barge or?
Before entering the area, I go ahead and put my hands together and bow before the entrance, because as we approach, we have to stay on whatever the proper path, and we have to show proper respect to the area that we're entering.
You don't know that.
I do that too.
It's like, I'm willing to follow suit. They're the religious people. They should know best.
Yes, they're clearly.
Yes, we should know best. That's a very good point. You probably should know something about religion.
You're most likely right. And as you walk up, you see probably 80 people crowding into this barge.
Everyone here see Hades?
I imagine that they don't react, or do they?
They just sort of slowly turn their head towards you.
Are they?
And you start noticing they are not featureless.
Oh, okay.
You start looking at them, individuals, elves, orcs, in the mix, and some with grievous wounds, some elderly, the dead.
Well, we're living. We're here to see Hades. Can someone point us in the right direction?
Are they in line, or are they just lined
They are like grouped and crowding into this barge.
Yeah, they're packed.
They're packed onto the barge.
Yeah.
Is your barge supposed to be moving?
There is a the barge is like connected like with a gangplank on the front of it. So you're walking up from the back of the barge, and that's what you're seeing.
I am not getting on the boat.
Can we speak to your manager?
They do not seem amused by your joke.
No, so is this like? I'm guessing that this is like a place that collects people to actually ferry them to wherever they're going to be for the Underworld.
Well, it sounds like the boat's T-boned and hanging out over the side.
No, it's
the
waiting.
boat is like anchored to this dock.
Yeah, it's docked. That's what it is. It's just fancy.
Yes, which usually it's easier to get on boats if it's next to docks.
Mm-hmm. And so these are people being loaded to take them to either Hades or take them to where they're going to be in the Underworld, I suppose.
I thought the thing comes down at an angle. The boat's like just hanging off, barely sitting on there before it slams down.
It is. Well, I mean, feel like when it undocks, it's going to slam down because the front of the boat is in fact up above the water.
It's a heck of a Disney ride.
With the back of it on the top of the.
And just to clarify,
rapids.
there's a bridge that goes from our side to the other side,
There is.
where the doggy that doesn't like us is.
Yes.
This is going to be great, guys. This is going to work out perfectly, just fine, no problems at all.
Like, I'm guessing the dog stayed on its side so
The
far.
dog is staying inside. It is staying within the shadows. And as you noticed, as it goes further down river, the shadows are not on the other side. You see the lights on that end.
Oh, neat.
its territory seems to curve away here.
Yeah. So, does it look like the purple lights would provide us a path to maybe where we want to be going?
I mean, potentially they seem to be following the river. However, it does seem like there are the same things that tried to grab him in the river are now spewed out of the river after this point. As if
The river sneezed.
Right.
So it would have to fight with undead.
I'm a cleric, it's fine.
Nor fly over them.
Yeah.
Though I don't know how happy Hades would be if I'm just wandering around destroying all of his creations with my aura.
Do you go to the front of the boat?
Sure.
Because there you will find a very similar figure to the that which you've given coins to.
Oh, yeah.
Though you see right through this one, and there are little points of light. You see two just sort of moving points of light floating within him as he basically stands a guard to the the gangplank as it goes through the front of the boat goes right through him. He
So
seems
to
transparent.
get to the other side, we'd have to go through him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of note, I believe you see 4 points of light.
There are 3 lights.
Is it because my perception is super high?
Maybe.
I walk over to the ferryman
Mm-hmm.
and I offer,
It's holding sort of like an oar on his side.
and there's he's on the bridge, right? That we need to pass to walk
Yes.
to the side.
To get he's not. He's on the gangplank to pass to walk into onto the boat.
Oh, we don't want to go on the boat, right?
I mean, we're to the front of the boat. Well, basically, we'll go ahead and ask him. We're looking to get to Lord Hades. We want to speak with Lord Hades. Where do we need to go?
I go to Hades.
Well, then we'll go with him.
Oh, excellent. How much for passage?
You've paid twice already.
Oh, so we're covered.
Excellent. So that's there and back again, yes?
The boat goes one way.
Excellent. We're going to be banishing ourselves.
Yeah,
This is gonna be
that
great.
is going to be the plan.
I'm like, hey, thanks.
All right.
Awesome.
Let's get
So,
up.
and it's just points of light that we're seeing.
They're just little points of light float. They almost seem to be slowly passing through, and as they bounce, they'll hit like sort of an edge of them in the bounce, and they'll just like think of like a weird screensaver.
I'm like, what's with the points of light?
They're the 4 silver you've paid. You've paid 2 silver, then Ryan paid 2 silver for all of us.
Mm-hmm.
So he has 4 silver in for you.
Oh. Cool. Let's go.
And as you pass through, 2 of those lights disappear, and your vision gets very hazy. Same for you, only now there are no points, and you said you weren't getting on.
Yeah.
I will say Genji's headlights are dimmer as they're going through
Okay.
like a silver filter.
Well, if us
and
is
as
okay,
you look
I
at,
won't.
okay,
Yeah, I'll stay with us. And it's like, this is Ryan and the other clerics thing.
but yeah, you basically end up with a silver filter over your eyes as you pass through.
Okay.
I look at Ryan. Does he have coins on his eyes?
Vaguely, it's really just more looks like silver. Like the shimmer in his eyes, like the pupil is gone. It's more like his eyes are just.
Well, his eye.
Yeah.
There's another in there.
Yeah.
It's gone from milky white to milky silver.
He wears an eye patch because she's not a weirdo. Makes people see that shit.
So what do you guys?
Well, back to wine drops, I suppose.
All right.
Well,
Yeah, cell phones
we
is
never
fine.
went to wine drops.
You've gone there once before.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's where we picked
that's
up
where
our
the
contract.
corporates are set up again, right?
Yeah.
Does wine drops connect to the Underworld?
I mean, you
Well,
would be going back through
Yeah, there's a process.
the Many Maws, but
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Which we don't have a tracker on because Nick had the tracker.
Yes, I have no intention on getting into the boat of the afterlife in another realm of gods.
You just gotta have faith.
You guys are obviously protected because the law says you're allowed to pass anywhere because you're Shintos.
technically, with the way the law, technically what you did would have still been trouble for them too, because they're allowed to go without being checked.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that they're told they're allowed to wander about here.
So I guess we take the next, 15 hours to drive back to as many
We can go
miles.
faster.
So,
Split the party.
yeah, split the party.
Yeah.
You guys need to roll d20s,
How many?
each of you once, because even if the first one fails, it'll be fine. But and
Below
you
10.
successfully make it. What you do notice that the
Cerberus is following us?
yeah, that it is now following you back. You will notice that the
Just
Quote.
look at this place. Like, look at this place. It's dreary. This is why I worship Osiris.
that the quote figure has moved by the time that you pass him again.
Wave.
He does not wave back.
No, I didn't think you would.
Just because he's rude doesn't mean you don't.
Doing good work.
Just saying, he wouldn't
Keep
even be
at it.
welcome in the Midwest.
You have value and are an asset to your employer.
And the other two of you,
Make new characters.
Not yet. You're fine for now.
so you're on the barge for about another 7 or 8 hours before it moves, with slowly other people coming out, generally from the shadowy side. The dead come through the shadows, protected on their passage. And they come. And you watch as some of them come with their silver, and they pay and they get their passage.
Does anyone in the giant line pay?
What?
You said there was a group of people not
Yeah,
on the
No,
barge.
on the barge.
Oh, okay.
Those are people that have paid. If you go, as you get closer to them, you notice all of their eyes are silver. Some of them do not have silver to pay as they come.
Oh,
And they are-
when he goes, I go, you could use one of mine.
Just pay it forward to the next dude.
And they kind of looks behind, and they're able to pass through. But another comes.
Just push
One of
him off
mine.
into the water.
He can use one of mine.
You
You only
pay
had
twice.
one extra.
Yeah, you only had one
Oh,
extra.
okay. In that case,
Plus
I
2
put
silver.
14 more gold in. Or 14 more silver in.
14 more silver?
14 more gold.
So that's 7 more.
Just throw 100 platinum at him and go.
You know what?
That's
Screw
not how
it.
that works, though. Because he takes silver.
Yeah, he only takes silver.
He
Yeah.
only takes silver. You
If he
have to
took
come
four-
with silver.
If he, Oh, wait. I have an hour.
Wait.
I turn 100 gold.
What is the process of that?
It's a prayer thing where I can turn 100 gold into some. I can turn money. I can turn something into something made primarily of metal.
Artisan's Blessing was the thing that we were talking
Yeah.
about the other day that allows you to.
Oh, the...
Yeah, so I'm going to turn 100 gold.
Okay, so it's not really like an action where they're going to notice and basically tell you to stop.
yeah,
Because
so,
they do not want you casting or magicking here
Yeah,
on
I'm
the boat of the
turning
dead.
100 gold into 100 gold's worth of silver.
And you just basically...
Give it to him, and I say any child or elderly who does not have passage, they can use. They can have one of mine.
Okay. Make a luck check.
Boo. And 9.
9. And you certainly see a couple that would fall into that category, and they just seem to be... Like, some of them, like, come down and, like an old man and just falls on his knees to beg and is like, seems shocked when he's told, okay. It's like, oh, that's easier than I thought.
It's not uncommon. It was like a pretty common practice that if someone died and you had extra money, you sent them down there with extra money for the relatives that may have died without their without money.
But during that time, you do see some what seems like combatant, someone that died of something, some gashes down, basically like this. Yeah, basically, right side of his face partially missing, probably cause of death. With nothing to pay, and is pushed down the rapids to join the corpses on the banks.
I've made my standards.
Yeah, and you have everyone. What was that? Is that basically
that
500 people? Is basically what you.
Yeah.
And the next 500 that fall into these good use cases.
Elderly or children. Yeah.
No, that's. And you will not see the end of that. That will go long beyond when you guys are gone.
Yeah, no, I didn't expect to.
Yeah.
This is just straight tree planting. I
Yep.
don't expect to sit in its shade. I just want it to be.
But otherwise, at a certain point, the figure lifts the plank into the boat and starts to lower the ropes from the dock as the barge starts to lever down.
This is the best water ride. Woo! We just log flume.
And join us next time for that log flip. You guys probably want
Best water park
cryptocurrency.
ever.
Or a level. Or plus a level.
Oh, 3. Look at that. Ain't that great?
and not quite a level.
5.
5 also.
Still have not broken 100.
I did. The 4 10s in a row really did me solid.
Join us next time for more. Bye.